tree. Let's go with the tree. Trick or treat. Thank you. Okay, guys. Trick or treat.
Wherever that came from.
I want to tell you kids something because kids mean something to me. There's a couple of rules you follow when it comes to Halloween. So first of all, when you go out there, you're going to wear something neon because it's dark and there's idiots driving cars. Now you're going to go and you're going to knock on people's doors that got lights so you can see. And you ain't going to go inside nobody's house when they offer you candy and close the door. You're going to stay on the doorstep and you're going to say trick or treat and you're going to say please and thank you. Now, when you get all your candy, what you're going to do is you're going to take your candy back home to your parents before you eat it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have lots of fun and you're going to say to each other, Happy Halloween, trick or treat.
We'll return after these messages.
It was late one night in the castle of the Chicken McNuggets.
What are you making?
Sauce. We're using my mummy's recipe.
Mummy,
This better be good.
It'll be great.
Does your daddy have a recipe?
Now you can get McDonald's Happy Meal pails for
Halloween!
There's a pumpkin pail, a witch, and a ghost that glows in the dark. You can get a different one each week until
Halloween!
Oh, I do enjoy an evening with a little light entertainment. But when your video heads get dirty, you lose your picture. Not a pretty sight. Happily, this new Polaroid video cassette will help you. It actually cleans your heads as it plays, so dirty heads needn't haunt you. New Polaroid video cassettes. Get the picture?
Great Halloween parties begin at Walgreens. Candy, party decorations, masks, costumes, makeup. Everything you need for Halloween fun now at Walgreens.
Play Silent Hill. You may never leave your room again for PlayStation from Konami.
Biohazard 2.
Great Halloween parties begin at Walgreens. Candy, party decorations, masks, costumes, makeup. Everything you need for Halloween fun now at Walgreens.
Hi there, guys and ghouls. It's me, Elvira, the Queen of Halloween, and tonight I'm having my Halloween party right here at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific.
And get a firm grip on your Halloween goodie bag, because you're in for an entire evening of Halloween horror.
Witch magic Halloween, 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 witch magic Halloween. If you're stuck inside and you can't get out, but you feel like being free, grab a witch and make a switch and see what you can be. That's Halloween, witch magic Halloween, Halloween, witch magic Halloween. Halloween, witch magic Halloween, 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 witch magic Halloween, Halloween.
Oh! Hey, Tender. Nobody will know who we are. Hey, Small. We're gonna scare everybody. I love Halloween. Me
Yeah, malicious. It's rotten. Rotten, rotten, rotten.
You know, Halloween is for children. I mean, one wouldn't want to see grown-up adults running around in silly costumes.
Oh, I don't know, Goodly. I think that dressing up is just immature, but Halloween, surely it could be nice for everybody. I mean, I think it's important that adults learn to express themselves.
What we need is something to make Halloween meaningful to adults as people. Yes, my friends, with community cooperation, a little brainstorming, listing our priorities, we could achieve a really definitive Halloween experience. Get people involved. For instance...
Couldn't we have a party or something?
Party schmarty, dress up like monkeys and hang from the chandeliers.
You can just go as you are, rotten.
Yeah? Why don't you rent yourself out as a spook? You'd make a fortune.
Now, you two. I think we could have a nice party. We could decorate someplace as a haunted house.
Right on, nicely. I know where there is a haunted house.
The old empty house on the edge of town.
Exactly. What we need to do is organize, delegate responsibility. Why, I intend to make this the most important Halloween this town has ever seen. Nicely, you phone everybody and invite them to a Halloween party they'll never forget. And you, Malicious, you look after the food. Get candy kisses, pumpkin pie, taffy apples, etc., etc. And I, Goodly, will investigate the old empty house that people seem to think is,
haunted.
Haunted. Quite right. Yes. Rotten, you shall accompany me.
Who? Me? Yeah, well, I mean, sure, but, why not? Well,
off we go.
I'm a washed-up witch, a faded flower. Here it is, Halloween, and not one call. I've been waiting all day. It wasn't always like this for me. Back in the old days, I was a star, in demand. I turned princes into frogs twice a week. I could grant every wicked wish in the book. See this magic wand? Magic power going to waste. Watch this. What a performance! No, nobody wants me. Halloween, and I'm unemployed. Please, somebody call. Hark.
Boy, look at this dump. It's really rotten.
A total wreck. An absolute disaster. What a run-down mess.
No one's been here for years. It's perfect.
We'll put the stereo over there.
Yeah.
The food over there.
Yeah.
We'll clear a big dancing space.
Yeah.
And we're all set.
Yeah.
Why, bless my black lace bloomers. A party! Oh, I'm having a party tonight. Just you wait, my darlings, till you meet your gracious hostess.
Come on, Small, we'll scare them all. Oh, yeah. Trick or treat.
Why, it's small and tender. Oh, don't you look cute?
Cute? Did you hear that? Cute. Ooh. Trick or treat.
My. Small and tender. Here's a little something for you.
Gee, Small, this is awful. It's the pit. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Here, have one of my famous party hors d'oeuvres. What are they? What are they? Sardine meringue. Ooh, yucky. Add her an acquired taste, you little brat.
Guess who? Small and tender. Looking for handouts?
Here's some for you too, Sonny. Oh, what kind of monster are you?
Don't get smart with me, malicious.
Don't worry. You'll be the last to know. Now help me carry the rest of this food. Look out, Rotten! You're squishing the pepperoni peppermint!
We'll return after these messages.
Treat bag, and a coupon good for the soft drink of your choice. But the supply is limited, so get to Burger King early. And remember, be safe this Halloween. Wear light-colored costumes, be extra careful crossing streets, and ask your parents to check your treats and throw out any unwrapped ones just to be safe. We'll help with 3 flashlights from Rayovac and a special treat from Burger King just for the asking. It all happens Thursday, October 30th only at the Madison Burger King near you. And happy Halloween from Rayovac, Burger King, and Channel 47.
Everybody recognized us. They all knew who we were.
Guess who's your babysitter tonight?
Bazooey! Are you gonna read us a story, huh?
A story? Oh, please! Oh, sure. Hey, how about a spooky Halloween story?
Pooey, I'm fed up with Halloween. It's boring.
Oh, okay. Well, here's one about a fairy godmother.
Okay, good.
Now, this fairy godmother lived in a beautiful castle. And the fairy godmother turned the frog into a handsome prince. And they lived happily ever after.
Gee, Bazooey, we could have used the fairy godmother tonight. We got all dressed up and didn't scare anybody. If we had a fairy godmother, she could change me into a real ghost. And a real wolfman.
Well, there's really no such thing as a fairy godmother.
I wish I could be a real wolfman. I wish I could be a real ghost. I wish I could be a real wolfman. I wish I could be a real ghost. I wish I could.
A call. My word, 2 engagements on the same evening. Don't go away, people. I shall return.
Ta-da! A fairy godmother!
Fairy godmother, my foot! That's a wicked witch!
So okay, I ain't the Avon lady. I just know I heard the Halloween wishes of little children. Someone wants to be a real wolfman. Now, who might that be?
Me! Can I be a real wolfman? Please?
No, Small, don't do it!
Butt out, pal. Can't you see the kid's got a real need here?
Yes!
Happy Halloween, Small.
Hey, neat! Look at me! Gee, Small, that's terrific! Can I be a real ghost, please? Yippee! You're really neat!
Stop! I'm the babysitter! How am I going to explain this?
Will you relax? Watch an old pro here. You see? Tell me, my boy, what's your name?
Bazooey.
Bazooey. What would Would you really, really like to be on this scary old Halloween night?
Oh, gosh, oh, jeepers, whoppity, holy mackerel. I don't know. I want to be a Frankenstein monster.
What an inspired choice. This will be a personal triumph.
Do it again!
Now, darlings, allow me to extend to you a most cordial invitation to this evening's festivities. Come to my party.
A Halloween party?
It's just about to become one.
Nice party.
How you been?
Yeah,
Fine.
What are you doing these
Gee,
days?
they grow up quick,
Oh,
don't they?
If the coach had called a kick, they would have won the game.
So I said to her that he said
My
to
uncle
him
has
that I said to
and
her,
he likes
well,
And now, a dazzling display of magical mischief.
Nicely passed out. Already? The food.
malicious, just like malicious.
Just malicious.
Just a ding-dong minute. I put a lot of effort into these. Peanut butter corned beef balls, chocolate gefilte fish. Take my garlic taffy apples. Please!
Hey, maybe this place is haunted.
What?
And now, for a dazzling display of magical mischief.
Everybody was scared of us. Gee, nobody knew who we were.
My sweetheart.
Well, the party's over before anybody had any fun. I guess if you scare people, they tend to avoid you, you know.
Yes, but you don't.
I don't think I want to scare people anymore.
Yes, but...
Yeah, well, listen, I gotta get these little kids back home again. So if you please turn us back to us again.
Yes, but... Oh, come, darling. We just started. The climax of the evening as a... Oh, hang on a second. I seem to have mislaid something here. Some rat stole my magic wand!
You mean we have to stay like this?
No, but my little dears, you look wonderful.
We won't be able to, relate to others.
Even Mommy and Daddy. I want to go home.
You see those monsters?
Incredible.
Small and Tender and Bazooey are missing.
I'll bet the monsters got them.
Small and Tender and Bazooey?
Oh, it's terrible.
Monsters!
Small,
Get us
Tender.
Well, that's safe.
Malicious, you got something sort of stuck in your head there.
Looks like some kind of magic wand.
Okay, keep it down. Over here. This could be the real thing, baby. Try it out.
What am I supposed to do? Go abracadabra? Bing bong booey?
Try something. Make a wish.
What do you want? What do you want?
I'm starving.
Hocus pocus. Give me a maraschino liver burger.
Wow. An old gym sock. That's pretty close. Try again. Come on, try again.
Don't push me. Give me a roast turkey with tuna and raisin stuffing, smothered in whipped cream and ketchup.
I told you. You're getting the hang of it now. It's a bag of garbage. Great.
It's all my fault. Why, if it hadn't been for me, this catastrophe would never have taken place.
Oh, you mustn't blame yourself, Goodly. You can be the leader you really are.
Leader?
I know in my heart that underneath it all, those are not bad monsters. If we could just talk to them.
Feed her.
They need help and love and understanding so that they can be rehabilitated back into society.
You're right, Nicely. We will strike back.
What? No.
Listen, my friends! Listen! Quiet! Everybody! Now I know. We're besieged by mysterious and terrifying monsters that have already taken 3 of our young people. But talk will not help us now. We need action. We must organize, pull together, rally our courage, strengthen our hearts, and pursue these frightful creatures to the end. We'll make this world safe for our family, for society, for democracy, for the civilizations of the world! Destroy the monsters and rescue the children!
Look, all we gotta do is find out who stole my magic wand. Which, my darlings, is not going to be as difficult as you might at first suppose. Uh-oh. I don't like the looks of this.
What's going on?
Come on! There's monsters on the rampage! We're gonna track them down! Help! Monsters! Monsters! Here they are! Here they are!
Head for the woods!
Monsters! I don't even know these people!
Forget the food, greedy guts. What I want is money.
We'll be rich. We'll be rich.
I'll turn that into a hunk of pure gold. Alakazam!
You're getting there. You're really cooking. Try over here. Turn it into a pile of money.
Abracadabra!
Come on. We want to get rich.
Rotten! This is a rotten idea.
My magic wand appears. Let's go.
You don't know nothing. Give me that. Kazemi, Kazowie, Cockamamie.
Come to Mama. Mess with my magic wand, huh?
In here!
Please, Miss Witch, you have to understand, we're just ordinary people, and well, these kids, I'm responsible for them, and I just have to get the real tender and the real small back home. Don't get me wrong, we've had a great time, but a person just can't go around being something he's not. And besides, things have really gotten out of hand.
Please, turn us back. We want to go home.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
Oh, thank you, Miss Witch.
Thank you, Mrs. Witch. Thank you, Fairy Godmother. Hey, Kevin, you're here!
They're down that way!
Hold it! Stop!
Hey, it's Bazooey.
And small and tender.
They're okay.
Fear not, young people. You're safe now. Intrepidly striving in the face of terrible danger, we have overcome and captured these dreadful, disgusting monsters that have terrorized this town.
Those
and all
aren't
these people.
monsters.
That's rotten. And that's malicious.
Someone's to blame for this.
Oh, boy, let me out of here. I don't know why I'd bother in the first place. What a fizzle. Halloween. Stick it in your ear, dear. People got no appreciation these days. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
And now for a dazzling display of magical monstrosity.
Zoe, you're all right.
To me! To me!
With pleasure, my sweet. This is what Halloween is all about, my darlings. Every day we go about our lives in the same old way. But once a year, we can be whatever and whomever we please. Pretend. Let your secret fancies run wild. Now you, my dear, what would you like to become for one little night,
Well, if it wouldn't be any trouble...
Trouble?
Then I'd like to be... I would really like to be...
Go on, dearie, yes.
A vampire. Could I be a fairy princess?
A veritable Tinkerbell.
I want to be Attila the Hun.
Make me a devil.
I want to be a movie star.
I want to be a coward.
Make me a queen.
Hey, I want to be a
hairdresser.
I want to be an astronaut.
I want to be a hockey puck. I want to be a cowboy.
I love you, my dear. Come to my humble mansion and I'll turn everybody on.
If you're stuck inside and you can't get out, but you feel like being free, I will wish and switch and see what you can be.
You're invited to the ultimate celebration of horror. From the makers of Witchboard, it's a killer Halloween party hosted by Angela, the reigning queen of Scream.
And we're gonna scare the shit out of them.
With phenomenal special effects by visual wizard Steve Johnson, whose credits include Ghostbusters, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and Fright Night.
Oh my God.
Just listen to what the critics are saying about Night of the Demons. Even Freddy and Jason would be hard-pressed to keep up with these frisky demons, says the Washington Times. Gore Zone magazine calls it good news for gorehounds. Night of the Demons delivers the scares, makeup, and gore, says the Hollywood Reporter. And Variety promises high energy, strong special effects, a fun romp.
I'm into all sorts of things tonight.
And audiences everywhere are joining Angela's party too. Over 1 million horror fans from coast to coast have attended her Monster Bash in more than 380 cities, including Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, and New York, with Miami, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and more to come. In her first 42 markets, Angela has scared up over $3 million in ticket sales. And she's still burning up the box office with a current theatrical release that will play right through the September 20th street date with a total run of up to 65 major markets. So come join the year's biggest bash as the hottest hostess in horror comes home. This Halloween, there's only one party worth having. Night of the Demons.
Hey, Ants. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Blessed be the sinners, for the day of atonement is at hand.
Say what?
Stigmata bleed continuously, potent hands and feet and feet for me. Stigmata, oh you sorry sight, stigmata in your splintered life. Look to your crimson orifice in holy remembrance in scarlet bliss. Espíritu, Espíritu Santo. Un hombre Padre, Espíritu, Espíritu Santo. Un hombre Padre, Espíritu, Espíritu Santo. Un hombre Padre, Espíritu, Espíritu Santo.
Whoa, Sal, easy, man. A little jumpy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Now the party's back. And so is Stoogie.
Hey, careful, man. She's acting really fucking weird.
Don't worry, Sal. It ain't the weird ones you gotta watch out for. God, didn't your mom teach you nothing about women?
Burger King and Channel 47.
Night. Of the living dead. Welcome to a night of total terror. Night of the living dead. The dead who live on living flesh. The dead whose haunted souls hunt the living. The living whose bodies are the only food for these ungodly creatures. Night of the living dead. A bizarre adventure in fear. An experience in shock, more shattering than your strangest nightmare. Night of the living dead. A night with the dead who cannot die. A night of total terror. Night. Of the living dead.
In case you just tuned in, I am Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and I'm your Halloween hostess tonight on... I am going to be showing you an entire feature-length film. Oh, wow, awesome, dude. But this movie is not just an ordinary movie. This movie has its finger on the pulse of repulsive. It's put the gusto back in disgusto. It's George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. And believe me, if this movie don't gross you out, you are dead. But so are half the actors in the film. So sit back, relax, curl up with some popcorn and squeeze some parquet on the one you love. 'Cause here come the dead. Here come the dead. Order in the graveyard. Here come the dead.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, you know that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Test. We're back on? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in? Gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh? Hey, I mean praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you'll be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny.
You're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Oh!
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key? I suppose you've tried this. Do you live here? Jesus. We've got to get out of here. We have to get to where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
What's happening?
How do you think it's happening?
What's happening?
Two of them. There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
I don't know.
I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to...
don't know! I don't know! What's happening?
return after these messages.
Live for the pleasure, the passion, the thrill.
The story you told me is incredible. It's amazing.
And they will live forever.
Don't make me do this. I cannot!
Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. Interview with the Vampire. Rated R. Starts Friday, November 11th at a theater near you.
Everything you need for Halloween fun now at Walgreens.
Have you ever heard of Candyman? If you look in the mirror, you say his name 5 times.
In cities everywhere,
Candyman,
they whisper his name.
Right. Candyman.
It's just a story.
Candyman.
Candyman.
Just a ghost story.
Candyman.
An entire community starts attributing the daily horrors of their lives to a mythical figure.
The legend first appeared in 1890. He was attacked, mutilated, and burned to death. Poor Candyman.
Helen, a woman died in there. Leave it.
Everyone knows he isn't real.
That's modern oral folklore.
Everyone. Except Helen Lyle.
Bernadette! It ain't safe around here. I don't scare too easy. Wanna know about Ruthie Jean? They ain't never gonna catch him. Who? Candyman.
Who is that?
I came for you.
Do I know you?
Now she is about to discover
Helen? Get out! Get out!
what's behind the mystery.
I'm sick.
What's behind the legend.
Listen, he's under the bed!
And most terrifying of all, come with me. What's behind the mirror.
He's here.
Candyman, you don't have to believe. Just beware.
Now enough of this.
The murderers are chewing and biting, swallowing and gulping and lunching and dining out on their victims.
I can't believe it.
Here's a cute video by Weird Al Yankovic. It's called Eat It. Eat it and chew it. Bite it and gulp it. Swallow and lunch and dine.
Now back to Night of the Living Dead.
They know we're in here now. Don't look at it. Get some more lights on in this house. don't you see if you can find some wood, some board, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up. Oh, God damn! Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay? That's strong. Here, I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long for those things to be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I had jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road with there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way, and those things were catching up to it. Truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Could still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except... By now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move, they didn't run or just stood there, staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And oh, it's hot in here. Hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Good evening." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!" And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We have to wait for Johnny. Maybe we better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please! We have got to go get Johnny! Please help me! Please!
Don't you You know what's going on out there. This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead. Oh. Oh.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now
Stay tuned for scenes from the next millennium. Town shrouded in mystery. Close the door. A dark force that shows no mercy. One man has a chance to stop the terror.
Call off your dogs.
Hey, my dog. Who will rule the night? An all-new Millennium. Next Friday at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
Now back to Night of the Living Dead.
developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being... So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you received word that the president has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the eastern third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and the Joint Chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest bulletin, repeating members of his cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and scientists from NASA within the hour. All radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country, including the one to which you're listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or, even at this hour, even to theorize about the reasons for this wave of murder. So far, the best advice they're able to give the public is summary reports of Police Chief T.K. Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina, who's quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people, for God's sake, to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here." End quote. Police Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slayings. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Gulfport, Louisiana. Since then, reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading from the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh,
that
and
it
these.
first became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This
that
place is
things
boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
dramatically, it was soon apparent that
We
this
have a
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets,
usual run of lawlessness.
food and the
Some
radio.
officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone's
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies in urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Be cautious of any suspicious strangers. And keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any law.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Don't shoot! We're from town.
A radio. County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
how long have you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How were we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help?
Well, if there were more...
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this...
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1 million windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, the back exit, we'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. I figure maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
It's all right.
Gotta fix these boards.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. That old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
This radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us, so they'll tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper! Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah.
If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me.
Okay.
Okay, open up.
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
She's all I have.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
What's happening? What's happening? I'll show you what's happening. Let her have it. Right on, bro, right on.
They are eating their victims. They are killing and then devouring their victims. First they kill them.
Heard that you was talking, homie, thought I never knew. But the streets don't only listen, they be talking to me too. Slither through my garden, I'm a chopper snake in two. In the cabin with the savages, we calculating doom. Jump out the tomb, I'ma just follow the moon. Well, look at that, they should just let me be you, bitch. You lied in my face, now you gon' lie in the stew. My hatchet swing in America, China gon' get a monsoon. I'll let your neck.
Then they eat them. They are feeding and feasting. They are pigging out on their victims. They are gorging and chowing down. They are making them their meals and their in-between meal snacks.
Now back to Night of the Living Dead.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here. You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on.
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up! In all parts of the country. A wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. The medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an Earth-bound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump? Look!
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical
irrefutably
explanation
proved.
that we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen.
Seems to
I
be.
must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
Everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
And Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between the...
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for this?
Later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Perhaps there will be a report.
Yes.
A more
Later.
full report. Will you close the window?
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
We're hoping to get some further explanation of this.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get care in there, we could get help for her.
Belmo is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming, and Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
For NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic problem we face? Well,
Look, you go down there and tell Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
Venus probe. In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't said anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it, then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
No place to flee safely, except to the rescue stations which have been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
It'll be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know. Tom? Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, you're sure no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you...
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah.
back in the cellar.
I'm going.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, as you're coming, come on. Get in.
This key won't work.
Watch out. Watch the torch.
We gotta get away from the pump. Come on.
My jacket's caught.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
We'll return after these messages.
Let's put on your makeup. Sweetie face, sweetie face. It's Kenner's new Sweetie Face. She comes with washable makeup and lots of things to make her pretty. Or even pretty funny. And you can color her hair. Sweetie face, sweetie face. Now she has a pretty...
Now you're beautiful.
Sweetie Face, new from Kenner.
Quick, let's hide. The see-through invaders coming from space.
It's Kenner's new Stretch X-ray.
He's stretching! Now he's springing back into shape. You can see inside him. There's his internal support systems. Far out. I got him now. Let's wrap him up. He's breaking loose. Give up, Stretch X-ray. We see through your evil schemes.
Stretch X-ray, new from Kenner.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You say those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Good Lord.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls, this one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Anything from the supply wagon, Cuss?
No, we're all right. Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again. All right, I got you.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Chief, as soon as you're finished, can I see you here? Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain...
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
Look, 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window. Get...
Oh, baby. Baby.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out.
Right.
You stay here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers. You're doing all the work. You take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, I'm going to check in the office, see what's happening. All right, Steve. Tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
They need you down there by the barn. Okay. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cal.
He's the dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire.
Nothing down here.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house, man.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Send the wagon through directly out. Over.
More torches. Keep those dogs back off of those things.
Go more quickly. Please. Let's go back there. That's the way.
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here. People in the back, way in the back.
Wasn't that a great movie? How I just love a movie where everybody winds up getting it in the end.
Smashing jack-o'-lanterns, stealing candy. It's okay. Believe it or not, I was just like you when I was a kid.
Till my dad set me straight to this.
See, my dad taught me tonight is about respecting the dead. Because this is the one night that the dead, and all sorts of other things, roam free. Pay us a visit. Sorry. All these traditions, jack-o'-lanterns, putting on costumes, handing out treats, they were started to protect us, but nowadays, no one really cares.
Halloween. A time for children. Parties. Good times. Halloween was a special time. Until he came back for more.
from the crib. Have some tricks and treats? Well, I have something for your goodie bags. A dose of death. Mega death, that is.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have been so naughty. What should I do about it?
That's all right, Kenny. We'll take care of it back at the chapel.
Thanks, Pops. And how the hell are you? What's going on? Welcome to MTV's Night of the Living Megadeth. We're celebrating the release of Megadeth's latest album. It's called Euthanasia, and it hits stores Halloween night. This evening we've got freaks, we've got costumes, we've got people, we've got freaks, including the biggest freak of them all. This is Carrot Top. He's a comedian. He's going to be performing. How are you, Carrot Top?
Good. How are you?
That's a great red wig you've got.
Oh, thanks. We have some bad hair night tonight.
What are you working on, champ?
I'm working on pouting my breasts so they look like
look
that.
at this.
I'm going to powder my breasts so they move, too. I like it. So
what kind of props you got?
I got tons of stuff, man. I've been working on some good stuff. It's going to be fun. I got all kinds of new
That's fantastic. Great. Okay, why don't we get into the videos? Here's Megadeth's latest video off their new album, Euthanasia. Here's Train of There you go. That's Train of Consequences, the brand new video from the men who were celebrating here tonight, Megadeth. This is MTV's Night of the Living Megadeth, and that's from their new album, Euthanasia, which hits stores Halloween night. Now, Dave, you're hanging babies by their toes with little clips, little pins. Did you come up with these concepts in the video?
It's just a line out of the chorus. I mean, it's better than hanging them right side up. It's a flip side to it.
Did you really have to hang babies?
No, actually, that was just all computer graphics.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Flat on plastic and had their mothers pull their feet out straight, and then they used a blue screen. So it's just, digital manipulation with the computer.
Oh, okay, so Mom was there.
The moms were the one that hung them.
Go kill yourself. All right, so now the new album is called Euthanasia. Tell us a little bit about the album.
Well, it's our 6th record. It should be out probably by the time this is on TV. And if you're watching this, obviously you're cool, so buy the record.
And Euthanasia, what does the name mean? Because it's not euthanasia the way it's spelled in the dictionary. Right. It's euthanasia, youth, with a Y.
Well, when we were in Germany, the German journalists were saying that that's what Adolf Hitler called his children, was euthanasia, and that's not what we were going for. What we wanted to be was representative of young people turning to crime and violence and drugs and suicide and stuff like that, and how if we don't do something about it now, that it's just going to continue to get worse. I mean, I'm not trying to be everybody's dad, but, making this music in a way, you're responsible for what you say. So.
Not like Charles Barkley, who feels he's not a role model.
Hey, Chuck plays good ball, so it don't matter.
Amen. Hey, Phoenix Suns, love him. God, Danny Ainge. And Nick, you happy with the record? Nick Menza, by the way.
Very proud. Very nice record. And hopefully it'll do real well for us. This is really neat here.
I know. Look at all these freaks.
I'm having a great time. I fit right in.
We are here with David Ellefson and Marty Friedman from Megadeth. Dave, Marty, thanks for coming by. What do you think of our little Halloween party?
I thought everybody was going to dress up.
They are. Look at the man from Vietnam over there.
Yeah. No guts, no glory.
That's right. Woo! Pain makes you beautiful, baby. Yeah. So when are you guys going to hit the road?
Tonight, actually, is the first night, first show that we've done.
No secret shows or anything like that?
No, this is the first. We do that every time we release a record. The first show we do is for MTV. We did it last year. We're doing it again this year. We don't actually really hit the road until the end of November. We go to South America. Wow. Then we do the United States in January, and so on around the world.
Are you sweating bullets? Oh gosh, goodness! This is just.
You are right up there, sweating bullets.
That's blood, and that's a female thing. So.
What can you do?
All right. Well, you guys stick around because you're going to have to. You're playing in just a little bit.
Yeah, we are.
So you keep it here. Have some of the gross food. We're going to have Megadeth, Freaks, and Carrot Top. all coming your way. And MTV's Night of the Living Megadeth, it continues. Stay here.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to...
Immortal fear, that voice so clear through broken walls, that scream I hear.
Halloween time. A time for leprechauns, banshees, pixies, and hobgoblins to hold their annual powwow.
Dimension of pure chaos. Pure evil.
for my little antichrist. For my little antichrist. My baby turns the holy water to blood. My baby sleeps in a black crypt full of mud. My baby hisses at the cross like a snake. My baby, I love you so much that for my little antichrist. For my little antichrist. emotions such as fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always, there will be the intoxication of power.
Indulge our darkest fears. Unlocking the secrets of Halloween means discovering how it all began. House was here, so lock the doors, dim the lights. Dig up the real story. Dig up the real story of Halloween.
Ladies and gentlemen, about to start the service. A moment of silence for the recently deceased. Pour out the liquor and light up a toast. He never saw it coming, he riding out the Holy Ghost. They say that the good die young. In the streets with the knife and the guns. Everybody in the radius caught up, son. Duck, you been hit, son. Don't look back, run. Girls in the clubs clobbered by bottles. I'm so foul, spitting Molotov cocktails. Lion tamer, Indiana Jones, and MacGyver, my way out of danger. Cause I ain't no stranger. You don't wanna see the Reaper, he's coming your way. You're messing with the wrong one out. We gon' be dancing with the devil, and now you gotta pay. One way or another, you don't wanna see the Reaper, he's coming your way. You're messing with the wrong one out. We gon' be dancing with the devil, and now you gotta pay. One way or another. You made the deal, now accept your fate. You could've won, but you didn't. Did you had your soul to take? Life as a gamble, can't make no mistake. It's an early resting place, live high or destitute in shambles. We all weren't giving God's great gifts. We'll hold out with solid justice. Pray for Lord, hear me now. Cause if God really gave a shit, sometimes you think he forget about you. Oh, so damn selfish. You do that shit when nobody wanna help you. Burning the bridges like a pyromaniac. See the vampire scared of me, cause I bite back. Bring your life down to your last breath. Trapped in a box, running at ours. You don't wanna see the Reaper, he's coming your way. You're messing with the wrong one out. We gon' be dancing with the devil, and now you gotta pay. One way or another, you don't wanna see the Reaper, he's coming your way. You're messing with the wrong one out. We gon' be dancing with the devil, and now you gotta pay. One way or another. Open or closed casket. The furnace turns your remains into ashes. Cheating that only makes it run faster. The final destination could end up a disaster. Only you and your maker really know the deal. Sitting Ouija board, the tarot's on fire. I was sent here with a message for you, my dear. There won't be no tomorrow. You don't wanna see the Reaper, he's coming your way. You're messing with the wrong one out. We're gonna be dancing with the devil, and now you gotta pay. One way or another, you don't wanna see the Reaper, he's coming your way. You're messing with the wrong one out. We're gonna be dancing with the devil, and now you gotta pay. One way or another. Would you like that? love.